Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Speed Gaming. Today we have the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race, Lightspeed mode. I'm Star, and with me on commentary is Jaxty. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. This is one of my favorite game modes. So what is Lightspeed? So Lightspeed is all Light World dungeons. We are completing the 3 pendants to be able to get the Triforce, which is on the pyramid ledge. 2 swords are in the pool. One is on the pedestal. The other is just shuffled throughout the world. No Moon Pearl, no cape. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be interesting. We have ourselves a good set of runners here. On Restream we have Mundium, Radical Sniper, Hexadus, and Signums. Yeah, it looks we have in total we have a decent sized race, 12 people, but not bad for a late night one. And hey, we actually started on time, so they'll be off shortly.
Yep. So this is a standard start as well, so we will be going through the escape sequence. You know, we're going to rescue Zelda, we are going to get a random weapon. It might be that first sword, which if it's the first sword, that's actually really convenient.
Yep, we'll have to see, because could be a couple different things. Alright, let's see.
Although it doesn't look like Uncle will have a sword for us, though.
Alright, I do like to look at sprites to start off. Let's see, I recognize the Hollow Knight for Sniper, and that's, Clyde, I think that is, for Signums. I do not recognize Hexadus and Yandiums.
I think Hexadus is Deadpool. I don't know what Mean Deem's sprite is.
Yeah, that does look like Deadpool. And hey, we've got a bow start today.
Bow is nice. That's one dungeon. That's one item we don't need to worry about. This is also beatable only accessibility to account for the fact that there is no Moon Pearl or Cape in the item pool. So we may see, if we're lucky, some very strange things, like boots may be on the library, or flippers may be on Hobo. Or mitts may be mitts locked. I don't know.
I mean, there's any number of things. We'll see.
No Moon Pearl or Cape.
No cape. You might need the mirror to get access to the Tower of Hera, but you will not be able to find the cape to cheese your way into Aga's Tower without that sword off the pedestal.
Yep, that is the point. No cape means you cannot bypass the fact that you have to clear all 3 pendants.
Correct. As we find the Cane of Samaria here in the front of Escape. Nice. And, let's see, apparently Miendium is playing as a character called, Rydia? No idea.
Kane is, in this mode, is actually useless to us. We don't need it, other than maybe, like, for a few tricks, but it doesn't offer anything logical. It doesn't offer any logical implications for us.
No, unfortunately, since it doesn't do anything in the light world at all. I suppose it gives you an alternative weapon in Escape, but it requires magic, which they don't have a lot of.
Yep.
We see a map in the boomerang chest, I think that is there. And it's time for Zelda Cell. Is it me, or is... I can't tell if it's just graphics difference or what, but Hexadus is a noticeably brighter blue on his Hyrule Castle than the other 3.
I think it's probably an OBS filter.
Yeah, it's like, that looks a little unusual. Alright, there's a small key in Zelda Cell. Had to be there, I wasn't counting. And apparently Rydia is the summoner from Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, Final Fantasy IV.
Oh, 4, sorry. I can't read either, apparently. Anyway. So, their first sword is going to be on the world, their second sword is guaranteed to be on the pedestal in this mode, which gives them access to Aga Tower to go get access to the Dark World Pyramid for the Triforce there, and then that's it for the game.
Yep, there are only 2 swords in the pool.
Yep. And I can't tell if someone in chat's being entirely serious when they say that why does Zelda always have to say the princess from Ganon? Well, admittedly, it is true that most Zelda games do have, and actually Link, save Zelda from Ganon, so that even that's not a hard and fast guarantee.
Ooh, and Hexadus has a bomb.
Nice. I haven't been keeping track of bomb drops, but so far Hextus is the only one to have picked one up. Looks like the guards might be dropping those.
Yep, that is what I saw.
So looks like I know Mientian was trying to get. Looks like they were trying to get a drop as well. I think all of the runners are still looking for that, since you really don't want to have to come back to escape to have to. Don't have to come back to escape for those couple of checks in the back in case they're required.
Ooh, Mean Bean needs to be a little careful. Does get that bomb drop. They're on half a heart, though.
Mm-hmm. All 4 runners have now gotten bomb drops, using the Cane of Samaria, which, while not logically useless, is practical in that, hey, you can actually kill some extra rats, because instead of wasting all of your arrows on it. This is beatable, Maddie Herd.
Yeah, beatable only accessibility. To account for the fact there is no Moon Pearl or Cape.
Indeed, as that's kind of funny that the glove is in the back of Escape there. Good thing they all found bombs.
And we found more bombs as well.
Indeed. Because if he hadn't found bombs there, that might have been a little bit. If they hadn't gotten bomb drops, that glove would have been a real pain to get back to.
Radical Sniper is the first of our 4 runners on Restream out of Escape.
Finding even more bombs. 6-minute flat there, looking at opening the chest. Pretty good time for Escape.
Alright. So, Radical's gonna give us a map check here. All we have in the Light World are the pendants, so the only pendant that we really care about is the green pendant, because that gives us an item at Sahasrahla.
Yep.
And it looks like our green pendant is at Hera.
Indeed. And alright, so Escape turned up, well, the bow was their weapon, it also gave us a cane and a glove. And now we're in the Lost Woods here, just have some bombs on the shroom spot. Out of curiosity, for the glove there, does the logic assume that you're able to get bombs in your first trip through, or would you need to come back through with a lamp to access that glove, if that's the only glove available?
I do believe that because it's a standard start that the glove is counted for as Sphere 1, because the logic always assumes you have bombs, and that is also true. You don't need the lamp if it's a standard world state.
I'm aware, but in standard you can't always get bombs in your first before you can get through, so that's why I was asking.
Logic is weird. That's all I can say.
Fair enough. Alright, Kakariko time, and so nothing in Lost Woods at all. Some bombs and some rupees.
I'm expecting really good audio management. I expect to hear the pedestal pull sound for each of these 4 runners.
Alright, blind set. Money, money, some more money, and more money! Blind is moderately rich today. And hey, there's a mirror. Convenient.
That is very nice. We can go and... Well, actually, we don't have a sword or a hammer, so we can't even beat Tower of Hera. It also might be fire-locked as well.
Yep. Alright, time for the well. Let's see. More money.
Alright. And what do we have in the back chest? We've got a heart container. Heart containers are nice, but we don't really need them. More
Not
money,
really.
pieces of heart, and another heart container.
Alright, that was a bust. And okay, check clearing up my confusion because I wasn't sure if the light cone stuck around if you return to Castle in a standard seed after you go through it the first time, but that makes a lot of sense that it would stick there because logic would get a little bit complicated otherwise.
The bottle vendor gave us a green potion, so I guess that's semi-vanilla.
Yeah, just the contents aren't, because that's a empty bottle in vanilla. It does make sick get a lot nicer, just to route in quickly.
Yeah. And there's a vanilla bottle.
In the back of the bar. Nice. Now, does sick could have anything for those two bottles? Nope. Just some love. Alright. Not a whole lot of note in Kakariko besides that mirror, though. Just a load of nothing. And some more money in the library.
Yep, we won't be needing money there.
Nope.
In fact, we're pretty much set on money for the rest of this seed.
Yeah, just another heart piece on the race game, which I think time for South Shore here for Radical Sniper, possibly into Eastern at this point, depending on what he finds here. Not a lot to do at the moment. Kakariko being fairly dry.
More appealing. Given the fact that we have to clear it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense as well. South Shore is more check dense, but on the other hand, Eastern is required. Both checks make a lot of sense. Signum's gonna lose a little time to the 3 by not checking what the race game item is before going there. Race game does have a higher chance of having a required item in Lightspeed, just doesn't pay out today.
Back at Sahasrara is the lamp, bombs, and there's the third shield.
Yep. I thought that was a heart piece on the race game, but nope, that's the other shield. So, Signums will be getting Mirror Shield today. The other 3 will be sticking to Fire Shields. Okay, so looks like Signums is the only one to go to South Shore here. The other 3 all head for Eastern, which reminds me that the lamp puts I think all of Eastern into Logic.
Yep, all of Eastern is in Logic with that lamp, and Death Mountain is also in Logic. Hera, we still need to find a sword.
Yep, you can't kill Moldorm without it. Either sword or hammer. Yes, we have indeed found all 3 shields, and Pixie saying in chat that Signums is Clyde. I do believe so as well. That the orange ghost is Clyde. As speaking of swords, there's a sword in the first chest of Eastern.
That sword is great to find, because after this we can go up and we can clear Tower of Hera, and we won't have to worry about it being firelocked because we do have that lamp.
Yep.
We still need our access for desert though, so we need either the book or we need mitts and a flute.
Yep. And we'll have to see which one it is. Signums is having a bad day in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Used up all his bombs. Heart piece, more money we don't need. More money. More money. And third bottle.
Alright, well, that's helpful as I see another heart piece there in Eastern.
Is that the second or the third item?
I was not keeping track of what was on the map chest. The compass, so that was the second item.
Okay. Yeah, we do not have the big key, and that means the big key has to be in the back.
Well, it's vanilla, in other words.
Interesting that Signums is fake flippering.
That's an interesting choice. In Lightspeed, which is a beatable only seed, there might never be flippers.
Yeah, we may not need those flippers.
No, we might never see them. Like, for all we know, they're sitting in Swamp Palace or something.
Yep.
Because in beatable only, the game only ensures that you can, well, beat the game. Besides that, who knows? Bloomerang on Hubu.
Right color, wrong item.
Yep. And decides to save quit. I think this is going to be Eastern now. No real didn't find anything much there in Mini Moldrum Cave, unfortunately, or in the dam. Oh, yep, and yep, there it goes.
So we do have an item on Armos.
Yeah, because the map was in the big chest. If I would flippers, that would have been pretty funny. Okay, Signum's buying some bombs, makes sense. Has way too much money, 1,075.
Yeah, we are set on money for this seed. I rarely, if ever, use potions in a Lightspeed seed because you have just so few health, and like I don't know. These seeds are like if I'm like about to do like something long, like maybe a cross key seed, I always am like, you know what? I'm gonna just warm up and do a quick Lightspeed seed. It's really a test of execution.
Yeah, it is. As nice quick kill. There's a mushroom. Okay, on Armos Knights for Radical, and their first pendant. Looks like right now, we'll see if Radical decides to turn in their Shroom right now. Otherwise, it looks to be a Death Mountain play, where don't really have anything else to do at the moment.
Yeah, he saves and quits. He's going to Death Mountain.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
There's Hexadus's pendant as well. And Signum's heads in. They do, Madman, and Lightspeed is guaranteed to be on the pyramid.
Yep. We gotta beat Aga to be able to get that Triforce, but we have to gather all three of the pendants in order to be able to pull the Master Sword from the pedestal so we can get to Aga.
Yes, indeed. Also got reminded there by Signums that there's no point in checking a Lumberjack when it comes to Lightspeed seeds, considering that by the time you have access to Lumberjack, you're done.
Yep, you can also just find boots there as well.
Should be pretty funny. And also, recent teen, is the W key on your keyboard broken out of curiosity? Mildly curious. But Old Man just gives us a heart piece today. Yeah. Lightspeed kind of in some ways emulates just a vanilla game where you beat 3 pendants, and go kill Aga, and then you get into the Dark World.
Seems like that's what everyone's doing. They're going up to the mountain. These seeds can be kind of linear, actually. Lightspeed seeds.
Yeah, just because there's so little available. Nothing in Spectacle Rock, nothing on Spectacle Rock.
Also, by the way, because we have the lamp, nothing will be on tablets, because I have had a Lightspeed seed where you had to get Fire Rod for being able to logically complete Eastern Palace. And the lamp was on the Ether tablet. So we had to get all 3 pendants before Aga was in logic.
Nice. As we see a small key in the first check of Hera. And the second check is a big key. Alright, it's time to climb. And they can't exactly do Harapot either without since they don't have any of the items for that. So if there hadn't been the big key there, they would have had to go take a coffee break.
Yeah, but it's not exactly uncommon to see either.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well that's the first item of Hera, 10 arrows. Keeping track here because they might have an item in the basement, and in Lightspeed, you probably want to go back for it.
Yeah, there's very little to do, so it makes sense to just go right back for the game. Exodus is giving us the bomb jump.
Well,
Just
here's the map.
Yep. So
And
it's either on the boss or in the base or in the basement.
50-50. That bomb jump did let Exodus almost catch up to Radical, though. Signum's just behind due to the South Shore play that did not pay out.
We are going to be having a vanilla NMG Moldorm fight, 6 hits to the tail. Hammer can make this a little bit easier if you have it, but more often than not, you're probably not going to encounter it.
Nope. Shoulder being a bit trolly here for Radical and not the nicest
Oh,
either.
no!
Oh, no way.
And
And
Moldorm claims another!
Medium and Radical now in sync here, heading up the stairs.
2-0.
Let's see if Medium can avoid that fate, or if Medium also gets knocked off by Trollborn. Lightspeed, beat the 3 pendant, all 3 light world dungeons have pendants, you beat the 3 pendants, you beat Aga, and you get a Moon Pearl off the pyramid, and not Moon Pearl, you get the Tribros piece off the pyramid, and you're done. Thanks, Gabe, as I see the book on Voldorm, which is that for this seed, I think.
So, book is actually good. So we can go
unless
to
you have
desert. We
boots
can go to
required.
desert. And hopefully we are not boots locked.
We're about to find out. Radical and Niendium in near sync here.
If we're not boots locked, I think we're actually in go mode.
I was just gonna say, I was saying we were in Go mode and then remembered boots, but yeah. Here's a question. Quick question for chat. Is boots required?
So boots may be required if desert is logically or hard boots locked. Although where could the boots be? The boots could just be in desert. They could just be in that map chest.
Which would be hilarious. I don't remember actually seeing Ice Rod Key from Signums. Zor is in logic with the glove. The mushroom turn-in exists.
The mushroom turn-in does exist.
And they could be vanilla, and that's about it. Oh, Desert Ledge is not it. I was just thinking of that. Agina, indeed. Interesting play actually. So, Radicals and Miendium both checked the dam before heading to Desert. I assume just in case they needed boots and hoping it was there. Exodus skipped it and is going to gain time on both Miendium and Snipe Radical, who remain in sync here. Texas is both slightly ahead.
Yep.
For the moment, at least.
So, are we boots locked? I'm going to assume we're probably not boots locked.
It's unlikely, but there's not that many checks left.
Okay, well we can go to right side, but that doesn't mean that the big key isn't on the torch.
No, it doesn't. Exodus not even going to check, just going to head straight for the right side. I mean, it's a 2/3 chance of the big key being here, so. Vanilla Compass is not good, though.
Alright, so now it's 50-50. Is big key here? We're in
Yes,
go
it
mode.
is. We're in go mode, and Hexadus is in the lead. Mandium and Radical still almost in sync here. And Signum's, unfortunately, South Shore was not on the play today. But that's Rando for you.
Yep. Rando is Rando.
Yes, it is.
Why are you checking the head?
I have no idea what Hexadus.
Probably a better weapon. Also,
Uh,
yeah, that is absolutely muscle memory.
oh, for sure.
Yep, Lightspeed is Light World Dungeons.
Yep, something kind of close to the vanilla. Why Mandium? Why? I'm utterly. I can get
I'm a little
checking the
confused too.
torch. I get checking the torch. I out of muscle memory, but I've got no idea why Mandium just check the big chest. Like, it's enough of a detour that you'd usually actually think about it for a moment before checking. Yeah. But that does mean that Radical has pulled ahead a bit. So they've been in sync ever since Radical fell on Bullborn, but now they're pulling even again. Alright, the Signum's Bullborn's third victim of the day. Hexus was able to avoid it, but both Mandium and Radical got caught. Oh, no, Mandium avoided it. It was Radical and Hexus who got caught.
Yeah, Fire Rod, Ice Rod, and Silvers definitely would speed up the Lammo fight, but they aren't necessary.
No, and okay, Signums does manage to at least avoid Moldorm fall. And, why did Radical just mirror there?
Did he actually mirror her?
Yeah, he got
Oh no, I didn't even see that. I was watching
mirror.
Hexadus.
No, I looked over and I just see him mirroring out of the landmouse room.
That is unfortunate.
It is. I'm not sure why either. I'm fairly certain Radical had the bow on his equips. It beats veering out of Vitreous at least. I saw a clip yesterday of a main tournament race where a runner veered out of Vitreous. That felt really bad.
Oh, that's bad because Nair is not a short dungeon. Nair's very lengthy.
Yeah, I mean, Lambo still hurts, but it's less terrible than having to like back to Vitreous.
Alright, so Hexadus
Mercifully,
has his third pendant and is going to go and pull the Master Sword from the pedestal.
and yes, as chat points out, kudos to Radical for doing some really unusual strats in using the Canis of Mario on Lambos. I never really thought about using it, but I guess it works. But yeah, Radical actually pulling back ahead of me, Mandium, due to some superior Lamos executions, and Radical's actually slightly behind getting into the actual Moldor Red Lamos fight, considering the unfortunate mirror.
Mandium gets their third pendant, and Radical Sniper also gets their third pendant. We're gonna be seeing pretty close. We're gonna be seeing pretty close pulls. I'm expecting good audio management on this, by the way.
I mean, I've noticed that the audio's been. I'm not sure if it's just the case of my commentary stream, but it's just been super quiet the whole race.
Yeah, I'm usually talking about Switch, so we hear that
Oh,
pedestal pull sound for every single runner.
Oh, I know. Oh, and I realized for some reason that I had the Restream bot set to 70% volume from a previous race at some point of who knows when. Alright. And here we go. We might not be able to hear both sounds from Yandium and Radical, considering they're neck and neck here. As there's the Master Sword from Hextus. Managing to just get it for Radical, Yandium taking just a little extra time, so they will be able to get both the sounds on them. Not by much.
Shoutouts to our tracker, Matt Walkerd, or however you say that, Maid Walkerd.
I believe it is pronounced Mad Ewokerd.
Maddie Walkerd. Thank you for that audio management.
Indeed, thanks.
Now it's off to Aga Tower for Medium, Radical Sniper, and Hexodus.
Yeah, and it took me quite a while to figure out how to pronounce Mad Ewokerd too. Yeah, that is how it is. Mad Ewok Herd. Hey, Kiyomichi, no, this is Link to the Past randomized, so the items have gotten shuffled around, and there are some funny settings going on in particular today. So normally the goal is to beat Ganon, which typically requires collecting 7 crystals, but today we have Lightspeed, so it's kind of close to vanilla in some ways. Now you beat the 3 pendants from the 3 Light World dungeons. You kill Aga, you get the 1 piece of the Triforce off the pyramid, and you're done.
Yep.
Same here, Pexty. Same here. I also thought it was made Walkerd for quite a bit until I worked it out, and I was very confused as to why Mate Walkerd wasn't. Reading is hard. Yeah, shoutouts to both of our trackers, Professor Pixie and Mandy Walkerd, for keeping up with the tracking and keeping us entertained in chat. To my co-commentator, Jack C, and to our 4 runners here, Miendium, Radical, Hexodus, and Signums.
And Signums is on the land fight. It's just using the bow, because the bow is actually faster. It is very much faster.
Yeah.
Like, sword spins and sword swings are slow if it's like fighter sword or master sword, because light world bosses are weird.
Indeed. But that is Signums' third pendant at 31.5 minutes.
Alright. How many blue balls do you think Ike's gonna spit out at us today?
4.
4. I usually guess 6. That's just the number I've always guessed. There's no reason behind it, I just say 6.
Yeah, I just picked a random number, and today it was this 4 was my mood. And chat prefers the pedpole sound over the Agapite sound. Good to know.
Yeah,
On this
1.
ball 1.
I feel like you've done it for 3 of the runners. Just do it for the 4th.
Yeah. That's 2.
It's 2. Okay.
And do note that this is the same for this is standardized in rando. So everyone else will also have the same number of blue balls. That's 3.
The first pedpool sound.
And on alright, and that's 4, by the way.
And back to Hexodus.
Yep, we're up to 4 blue balls. Let's see if I'm right.
4!
Yeah, woohoo!
Alrighty. So now we are placed atop the Dark World. We have no Moon Pearl. So we will just remain as a bunny forever. There's the Triforce right there on the pyramid ledge. Just
Yep,
touch it,
Hexus.
and victory is yours. And Hexadus is finished in first place on Restream. Second place overall with a time of 33:45.
GG's. Sniping Immortal Koi by 1 second. Just at third, 33:46. And GG's the Brewers fan JP as well, 31:55. Radical and Meandium close behind here.
Radical is about to pick up their Triforce and finishes second on Restream. Fourth overall with a time of 34:13. And Mean DM is not that far behind. And Mean DM is going to pick up their Triforce and finish with a time of 34:31. Third place on Restream, fifth place overall.
GG, Sniping Airship finishing 6th overall, 34:36. Signum's also not that far behind, currently climbing Aga Tower, and it'll be done in a few minutes as well.
So we got Hexus and Radical Sniper up in the setup channel.
Yep. And probably invite them up, I suppose. And hey guys, we are joined here by Meandium. GG's.
Yeah, good game.
And there's Jesse and Radical Sniper, Rain, and Hexus as well. GG's to you both.
GG's.
General thoughts on the seed?
Do you want my real general thoughts?
I mean, there's not much going on. It's
No.
Lightspeed.
Yeah, I mean it's a quickie always, and I enjoy the speed that it happens. But I mean, GG to Exodus. At the same time, I'm pissed off at myself.
GG's Radical Sniper.
My bow landmo was terrible. Yeah, that 5th place is about what I should expect when I execute like that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I got second. That fold to Moldorm.
Yeah. As it turns out, both you and Radical fell to Moldorm, and Radical and Meandium were quite close, actually. So Meandium was a little behind the two, going into Hera, but that fall from you, Radical, put you and Meandium in sync. Hexus a little bit behind after your Moldorm fall. And then, well, after beating Hera, Hexus went straight to Desert. Radical and Meandium stopped by the dam, and that put Hexus ahead of again. And that kind of stayed throughout for the last few minutes of that seed.
Oh, I just assumed I didn't need anything.
Yeah, makes sense.
I prefer
dismal execution of the landmos there. I was hoping for Fire Rod or Hammer or something to make that not terrible, but not to be.
Yeah, I prefer to check Dam just in case for boots in this mode. It's like a 50-50 to my understanding of key on torch. So I figured if it's there, I'm gonna save a bunch of time. So let's check.
Makes sense.
I've been practicing a lot of NMG these days, so I mean, it was still a terrible bow fight, but first phase wasn't bad.
Yeah. Alright, Signums is down with that. Aga's down for Signums, and they'll be done here in a sec. And then, we'll see if they'll be interviewed here.
Yeah, it was crazy linear.
Very, very linear. You guys all took much the same route. Signums is a couple minutes behind, solely because they did South Shore first, before going to Eastern. And that's GG's to Signums, finishing 10th overall, 4th on Restream, 38-27. Also the final finisher in this race, since the final runner quit right after. So GG's. Let's see if we can get and I see Signums in the waiting room. We'll see. We'll have them join up and yeah. I mean, that was the main difference for Signums, was doing South Shore first. Just unfortunately was not the seed where you needed it. Hobo also did Hobo, which had the Bloomerang.
Yeah, I think even more than regular old-fashioned standard or open seeds, this is very much a mode of follow your latest progression item, take the bow over to Pendant Eastern, because, well, you want to collect all of the pendants, and if it gives you something that points you at the next dungeon, great, do it. Until the seed stops doing that, then you go out of your way to something like South Shore.
Yeah, I generally say I'll still do CAC every time, because I don't think you can get away from a Kakariko play just because it's like, 12 or so checks or more. So you don't want to ever avoid it, in my opinion, but generally I believe right after doing Kakariko, you're going to have a dungeon. One dungeon that you know you can clear.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Sig, good game.
Yeah. I guess fake flippers wasn't a good idea.
No. Yeah, that honestly was the only difference very much between you guys. Of this linear seed is just Signums. You did South Shore, and you know how well that went.
Yeah, not really worth the effort.
Yeah, not much to be said there. Hey, at least he didn't fall on Moldorm.
That's true.
Looks like Brewers took the same route we all did. So that minute and whatever ahead of us is, or 2 minutes, is purely execution.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's why he's a 3000 elo monster and we aren't.
I didn't even notice that, but yeah.
I mean, I didn't think my execution was that bad, but...
I mean, if I take out the Moldorm Fall and the Landmo Mirror,
it's close.
it's close.
Yeah, it's close. Oh man.
Yeah, I think my Landmo Fall was... Landmo Fall. Yep, I fell through the sand.
Radical might as well have, considering he mirrored out.
I was really trying to be cute. I really was. I was like, we're gonna set up a Samaria block, we're gonna fire some arrows, we're gonna have a lovely time on Landmolus. I'm gonna show some great strats tonight. And then I mirrored one too far, and I was like, if you watch me, like, I have a webcam up always on my streams, and I'm just like, the words and the emotions that just go through you from that, you're like, nope, I can't say I'm on speed gaming.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Indeed. Impressively, though, so as mentioned, that you and Endium were pretty much tied throughout much of Hera and after your Moldorm Fall into most of the rest into Desert. Yendium proceeded to check the big chest of Desert. You didn't, which put you slightly ahead. Then you mirrored out of Landmouse, which switched the lead again, and then you called up by execution, so nicely done there.
I've been also kind of doing the NMG grind a little bit. Not as seriously as some, but want to push a little bit. I feel at least a decent NMG is required to kind of be more competitive here.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, and NMG is a mode that I have basically no interest in, so that's going to be a ceiling that I'm unlikely to bust through here in the near future.
No, what I'll say is, like, I'm not even grinding at all. Like, I have no aspirations like a sub 130 or anything, but like, I just ran one today and it was like a 136, and I was just like, okay, that's solid enough that I feel I'm hitting a good point, and that my own routing will make more of a difference. And it's something I go back to like every month or so, or 2 or 3, and I'm just like, where did I get better? You know, those little things that, oh, I've done a ton more GT climbs, so I know my gauntlet's better. Oh, I've done like all the practice I did for main tourney at the same time was like, how many times did I fight a tempered sword Ganon in the last 4 months? You know, that fight should be better. My Ganon, my GT should be better. Like everything just has to be. So
136 is an awesome time. Like I have a 138 myself, and I think that's like my 10th run.
Yeah.
Knowing the tech itself is more important than actually putting in a run. I think, anyways.
no, I agree.
It's just
I've watched
there's
a lot to learn as well.
there's no better goalpost, right? That's the problem. That's why people do the NMG grind if they want to improve at rando, because it forces you to play the game. Quickly, I might add. So was I the only one pumping through that whole thing?
No,
I don't think
from-
we're paying attention to that.
No, I
I
don't.
mean, yeah, you kind of, when you've been doing NMG, you just, and you're doing escape, you're like, okay, just
Okay,
gonna save the frames, just a little bit.
because my thumbs are sore. Although there was that one boulder on Death Mountain where had I not been pumping, I would have been hit, because it was like right on me. Chased me down. Oh, and it looks like Brewers skipped the mushroom area in forest.
Ah,
That's easily like
sometimes.
40 seconds, 50 seconds.
Yeah, and that makes a difference in the 33-minute race there.
Yeah, I mean, what is there? 7 minutes between first and last?
Yes, yeah,
Not even.
yeah, 2.5, 7.5, yeah.
That's crazy.
And a good chunk of that was going South Shore for Signums. And you did fairly well otherwise.
Yeah, there's very little that can actually go terribly wrong in this mode. I'm actually playing there's a casual-ish tournament going on of this mode that a friend was running,
Okay.
and I definitely saw something that was unexpectedly gross. Lamp on ether tablet.
I was talking about that on Restream. I had that happen to me in a seed once. It was really funny.
So, if you don't know, like as a rando goal, if you don't know Dark Aga with at least a fire rod, learn it with a fire rod if you want to play this mode. It is a really helpful little piece of tech.
Or you can pull up the darkroom maps.
I don't feel safe walking over empty pits, and you saw that when I fell in a dark pit, even with light in front of me.
I just pull up one of those Kern mode seeds.
Ooh, yeah, no.
But for anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's basically a seed that's blank. Like there's nothing.
Seed with 0 video output.
Yeah, that
You're
was
blind.
a fun festive option.
I was like, what is this? Oh, I see. Never again.
No,
Challenge
you don't.
accepted.
Well, yes, actually, to your point, I don't see.
It's forced blindfolded, I suppose.
I find your lack of video disturbing.
Hmm.
And then I reset.
Don't blame you. Yeah.
Yeah, this is super close.
And to be expected in the Lightspeed seed. Collection rate's 49 for Vanium and Hexdis, 50 for Red Coal, and even checking South Shore were only tacked on like 6 checks to you, Signums, considering you also did race game.
Yeah, I probably should have skipped that, but whatever.
It happens.
Gotta reflect those fireballs.
Hey,
Was that our first
shiny.
roll?
I got a shiny shield.
Yes, you did. You did get that mirror shield.
Yep. Also 3 bottles, because one was in Mini Moldorp Cave, and that was also the only thing in Mini Moldorp Cave, as it turned out.
Oof.
And a good old boomerang off Hobo. Just about all that got.
I was just happy to find a bomb in that escape sequence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When
Those
you pull a
prize
glove
packs
out of
were-
there, you're like, oh no.
Right?
And it's funny because one of the other runners had that happen.
I think I got the one bomb off of a green guard.
Oh yeah, as soon as I saw the small magic in Uncle portion of Escape, I was like, we're grinding.
Ditto.
We're not waiting. I'm not gonna leave it to chance that a rope's gonna drop it. We're getting one.
And the bow makes it easy. 30 shots is usually enough.
Oh yeah.
I tried to make it not enough, but it was anyway.
I tried to be a little bit sparing with my bow and switched to the cane, which was a mistake.
Yeah, I switched to a cane to save my life because I apparently can't shoot snakes in the dark for anything.
Snakes are mean.
They are mean.
Especially when Uncle's like, I can't find my sword. Here, have this bow. Although bow opening's fantastic.
Especially in Lightspeed, since you can just go right over to Eastern afterwards if you really want to.
Yeah, bow is probably like the best thing you can get in Lightspeed when it's the Uncle weapon.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Well, alright, folks, I'm going to go ahead and bounce. Thank you so much for the restream. Jaxie Star, I'm sure you did a wonderful job on comms, and I'll hear it later. Professor Pixie, Matt Ewok Herd, pushing all the buttons. Thank you so much as well. D Sigma 6, rather, not Signum, that's someone else. Doing all the work behind the scenes, Much appreciation to everybody. Thank you, everybody who came out and watched and gave us half an hour of your time. And everybody else who ran, good game to you.
GG's.
GG's.
GG.
GG's.
So that'll be it for us tonight. Just gonna quickly plug that Saturday, Sunday we have a kind of a special race. May 30th, 2016 was the first ever ALTTPR race to be held on Speedruns Live. So to celebrate 5 years of ALTTPR racing, we're going to do a special 5-year anniversary race for the first ever ALTTPR seed to be raced. Is going to be raced again here. I think it currently assigned to Speed Gaming 5. That'll be a special race, so that should be a fun one to watch, and looking forward to it.
Yep, that is going to be on Sunday. So
1 p.m.
just
Eastern.
So just to plug the channels, be sure to follow all the Speed Gaming channels, Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Follow our foreign language channels, Spanish, German, Portuguese, and French. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel where all past VODs can be uploaded and viewed. I believe we are currently now uploading ALTTPR main tournament VODs, the qualifier VODs. I think we're up to number 10. Join the conversation on our Discord, discord.gg/speedgaming. You can follow us on Twitter, and for our trackers, Maddie Walkard and Professor Pixie, and for my co-commentator, Star1468. Thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you to Jaxie as well, and have a good night, everyone.